Welcome to the video where I've changed the title like 20 times. It was supposed to be how Logan Paul has already won the fight. Well, until he dropped this somewhat of a disaster of a video. The disaster part being the moronic way he blamed the true Geordie for not giving him the chance to speak at the press conference, which actually had repercussions for the true Geordie. But thankfully, everything was put back into place and the situation has been mostly resolved. But also the way he pieced together the allegations he threw at KSI. So the real title just should have been why both Logan Paul and KSI really aren't much better than each other in the grand scheme of things. Just to have that in a parentheses. Like, it's just a battle of whoever can make the other person look worse in the public eye. But the title of this video is controversial for sure, but I will be explaining everything in this video. But before we start this video, just like everyone else on YouTube, I'm gonna ask you guys to drop a like on this video, and also feel free to subscribe if you enjoy the video. So just to backtrack a bit and give all context for this beef, you have KSI starting this London press conference, pretty much only throwing punches below the belt. Meanwhile, Logan's just kind of sitting there doing nothing about it. That's despite Logan previously throwing a few punches below the belt in the previous conference.
Looks like you grew a little dick today, but it's a little one. Oh. Yo, and I'm vegan, so I recognize a baby carrot when I see one. Oh.
So something recently has changed Logan's stance on throwing punches below the belt. I mean, it could be the fact that he just has a new girlfriend. But hey, the reason I thought that Logan did not reply at all during the press conference was because most of KSI's comments was the equivalent to schoolyard insults. Like, it's the shit you'd kind of expect from a 14-year-old, not a 25-year-old. So at that point, a part of me was like, holy fuck. Logan Paul? Is he taking the higher route? Like, is Logan Paul actually being the better man? So I really want to hear what you guys think in the comments down below, but I'll try my best to explain everything. Also, while creating this, Logan Paul had to, of course, drop an interview I did not completely agree with. So I might be making a video on that in the near future. Because in this interview, this is an accurate representation of Logan's ego.
That's the brand of Logan Paul. It's the fastest, the biggest, the best, the greatest.
But Logan Paul and KSI are fighting each other, as the entire world knows by now, and it'll be good to get it over with. I mean, that is if you look away from the fact that somehow the winner of the two will have an even larger ego than currently. Either or will be reaching new egos out of the stratosphere. Until the loser of the UK fight has a documentary on him training and building up for the next fight in America for the ultimate redemption documentary. Like, you know that 100% is going to happen. Like, there's only so many ways you can milk a cow. After doing it once, it kind of gets predictable. But honestly, I'm just not too fond upon anyone who's fighting. I think KSI is the only person who has a larger ego than Logan Paul. Deji is so dense that he would sink with any contact of water, so it's a good thing that boxing is on land. And then you have Jake Paul, who's also famous for slandering other YouTubers and taking things way too far, way too many times. But when it comes to the fight, I'm shocked to actually say this. I'm pretty sure that Jake Paul is the one who's kept his cool the most throughout the entire thing. Like, he hasn't broken down, he hasn't gone out of his way to attack Deji's family. I can't believe I'm saying this, but bonus points to Jake Paul. Alright, so let's get into more stupidity between Logan Paul and KSI. Can't they just fight already? That's what most of the world just wants them to do and get over with right now. Logan Paul, he uploaded, "Dear KSI, here's why I walked off stage." And right off the bat, he makes this following statement: "You won't be a fan of KSI after this."
Also, if you are a fan of KSI, first off, you fucking good, bro. Second off, by the end of this video, there's a good chance you might not be anymore. So y'all are more than welcome to subscribe too. Hey. Alright, Logan, what you have better be pretty good, because no matter how Logan Paul tries to spin this, the UK press conference was just a shit conference in general, from both Logan and KSI. Like, they're officially the most overpaid athletes for doing what they're doing athletically. And I'm not sure if it was only me, but I feel like it's pretty sad that the only one that it looked like put in actual effort into what he was going to say on stage was Jake Paul. Like, despite the entire crowd wanting to off him, he remained pretty cool. He got in a few jabs, and he showed he actually knew what was going on. Then you have Deji the Intelligent walk out on stage, reusing the most original chant in the world. Oh, and for the sake of variation, he threw in "suck your mom" a few times.
Suck your mom.
All right,
suck
clear
your
the
mom.
stage.
Suck your
We've got
mom.
to clear the stage
suck
for the
your
next
mom.
fighters.
Suck your mom.
Did none of them, like, prepare, like, you know, a few jabs, you know, write down a few sentences like, oh, 10 different burns, memorize these 10 different burns, and then kind of use them according to how the situation plays off? No, apparently that's just too hard to do. But hey, then you have KSI coming out on stage, reusing the same jabs, and Logan didn't say anything despite KSI reusing the same jabs.
Anyways, it's my turn. I get on stage, and as you can see by my face, I'm kind of already over it. KSI comes out wearing the blonde wig. I thought that joke was used in the last press conference, but apparently we're recycling content. Okay.
How are you gonna try and audition for Baywatch, get the part, and still not end up in the final movie.
Pretty good joke, I'm not gonna lie, he got me good there. But I thought you tweeted about this already, like multiple times. I guess I just was confused. I didn't know we were still recycling content, but okay.
Everyone has my back, and no one has yours, besides your ludicrous mum and your disgusting delusional dad.
It's so crazy, because I just thinking back, I feel like he said the same thing in the first press conference.
No one has your back, bro, besides your ludicrous mum and your disgusting delusional dad.
Like, Logan, if you're gonna sit here in this video and claim, oh, he's just reusing the same content as me, why are you not prepared for it then? But then you have KSI punching below the belt with stuff that honestly, it's way better to ignore than reply to.
Got a new girlfriend now, Chloe Bennett. What's up, babes? Wait, so why don't you introduce me to her? Huh? Apparently you only have 85% of your testicle. Let me give her the extra 15. Let me show her a real man.
Because honestly, who wants to start this childish jock battle? KSI, apparently. And the reason KSI just swings below the belt all the time is because KSI putting his ego on the line for a show? That doesn't exist. I mean, just from the experience of KSI fighting Net Nobody, or Adam, also previously known as Skydo's Minecraft. And no, they weren't fighting with fists, they were fighting with diss tracks. So Adam made a lighthearted diss track to poke fun at KSI. KSI's ego was then so damaged from Adam's first light-hearted diss track that he spent thousands of dollars flying out Adam's ex across the world just to have the edge on Adam with personal information from Adam's ex in this diss track battle. Then KSI realized he lost before he dropped his own diss track since Adam low-key predicted his track. So then KSI made a reaction to Adam's unfinished song, like it wasn't even mastered at all. So then Adam, being the fucking machine he is, rewrote and re-recorded, then Konus reworked the entire beat. And KSI didn't only lose, but then he lost the respect of not only me, but a bunch of other creators as a content creator. Stuff like diss track battles are fun, and it's all about like pushing the limits of creativity doing so, not sabotaging other people's life and work to save your own ego. So KSI walking out on stage calling out Logan Paul's girlfriend really wasn't a surprise. He is the type of guy who would drag someone's personal life just to keep his own ego up there past the stratosphere. At this point, humanity might have to travel light years to reach the end of KSI's ego. Oh, and if you're asking what I do on YouTube, I criticize content and people's public portrayal of themselves. Dragging family members and loved ones of fellow YouTubers who have nothing to do with the content that they are creating is just scum. Straight up. And because of these reasons, despite not saying anything at the UK press conference, Logan walked away with the upper hand in a weird, twisted way. But then he made a video with somewhat flimsy allegations on KSI. Obviously, the allegations are there, but like the structure was not the best. Considering the video here with KSI and Casper and his sister's video didn't have anything to do with each other except for her talking about sexual harassment. Personally, I find making this video was kind of a bad idea because the real allegations were kind of flimsy, and the fact there was a sad music type beat in the background shows they're actually trying to push an agenda here. But side note, after looking into this, KSI never publicly apologized for this at all.
A sister, Casper? What's her name?
Theodora.
Like Dora the Explorer, because I'm gonna explore her pussy. Jesus. I'm just gonna be like, you know what? I need that black d all up inside my all up inside my sugar walls. I want him to blow his load all up in my.
Why do you look so upset, bro? Because you keep talking about penetrating my sister.
I think that us girls need to kind of stand up for ourselves.
Logan's gonna have to f you like a prostitute, if you know what I mean, huh?
Let me show her a real man.
Like, if this happened in either 2017 or 2018, you know the hashtag KSI is over party, that would be trending on Twitter. But showing two clips like that in that order when they don't really have anything to do with each other, except the fact that she's talking about sexual harassment, and what KSI said, if anything, it was just a poor attempt of being edgy. But the problem is, from what I know, it's a random clip from 2014, and also the video was deleted, so I'm not sure if it was uploaded to KSI or Casper's channel. If it was uploaded to Casper's channel, I'm sure they talked about it for it to make the final cut and get uploaded to YouTube. But if it was uploaded to KSI's channel, we're talking a whole different story. Because then it's not Casper's or Casper's sister's decision to air those comments. But if you guys know, please let me know in the comments down below.
Can't hold me accountable for this because the audience did it on their own accord. Now, I'm not saying what they said is right by any means, but if you felt so strongly about it, why didn't you say or do anything there and then? You sat there and did nothing. You had a mic, everyone could hear you, and you still did nothing. If you truly cared, then you would have said something.
After I sensed this becoming an issue, after you said this about Chloe in your last video.
How's he gonna go down on you with a busted lip? I'm sorry, Chloe, but after the 25th of August, Logan's gonna have to f*** you like a prostitute, if you know what I mean, huh?
Before the London press conference, in my...
Whoa, hold up. Where's the rest of the clip? If you literally play the clip a second longer, you understand why I said that. How's he gonna go down on you with a busted lip? I'm sorry, Chloe, but after the 25th of August, Logan's gonna have to fuck you like a prostitute, if you know what I mean, huh? No kissing today. No kissing today. Okay, so just to clarify, I am not calling Chloe a prostitute. I'm just comparing to the fact that usually you can't kiss prostitutes. And after I bust up your lip, Logan, you won't be able to kiss her either. Manipulation at its finest.
Then you have this comment, Logan, you're playing checkers and I'm playing chess. KSI, out of all the people you could take a phrase from, you had to take the phrase that everyone memed Soflo Antonio for. Okay, so KSI, this is 2014, you were 21. I don't know where you got the number 18 from, but you really didn't say anything to excuse yourself for your previous actions. Like, you just turned the focus back onto Logan Paul. You were like, well, what he said about me was a long time ago, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go find some videos from Logan Paul from a long time ago and just shift the light back onto Logan Paul. KSI, that's not really that effective. Because I like how you say that Logan Paul's audience will believe Logan Paul, but KSI, your audience will believe you. Even with this bad of a defense. Like, why did you upload this video, KSI? Like, at least say, oh, my actions were wrong. I have changed and I don't stand for what I did in my past. Instead, you spent the time going through Logan Paul's videos to see if he also made some immature mistakes disrespecting women as well. One is not better than the other, no matter how much they point their fingers at each other. The only way we can measure them in skill would be boxing, August 25th. Oh boy. Oh, and I was going to end the video here, but Logan Paul responded. But before we watch this video, just by the title, it has to be on how trash KSI's response was. Because all he did in that video was deflect the blame back to Logan Paul. This is what we call the largest YouTube PR battle of 2018. Logan Paul's PR team is obviously working hard at digging up uncovered stuff, picking it apart, and I'm assuming this video is about debunking KSI's defense, which really wasn't a lot of defense. If you could sum up KSI's entire video into one sentence, it would just be, no you. But whatever, let's check it out. And also, I'll be cutting out most of the banter and just review Logan's actual points against KSI's defense.
It was just like keeping it kind of light, dude. He didn't just kind of fuck up here. Like, it was the worst response ever, bro.
That I've seen in my life.
Ever, bro.
Ever.
I wasn't saying that Chloe's a prostitute.
Oh my god, let's start there.
All I
Let's start there.
Was that
no, it's let me explain. It's my vlog. I'm explaining. Let me explain, bro. Try to explain what he meant by telling me I'm gonna have to f my girlfriend like a prostitute. It might be the best thing I've ever heard in my life.
Logan's gonna have to f you like a prostitute, if you know what I mean, huh? No kissing today. Okay, so just to clarify, I am not calling Chloe a prostitute. I'm just comparing to the fact that usually you can't kiss prostitutes.
Okay, I'm not sure I heard that right. I need to listen to that one more time.
That usually you can't kiss prostitutes.
He doesn't even say like, because you don't kiss prostitutes. He says,
usually. Forget that you're talking about me going down on my girlfriend. But usually you don't get prostitutes.
He just digs further, bro.
He's such an idiot.
We should take a moment to acknowledge our PR team.
We got our PR team in the house. we got Mike over there, and we got Spencer sitting over there. Howdy, guys.
Here are the two masterminds who I'm assuming helped Logan get out of the crosshairs for the entire internet. No matter what you think of Logan Paul, these guys are doing a fantastic job cleaning up after him.
Okay, let's address this. Clearly, I didn't tell the audience to chant. You can clearly see me signaling that it's not me doing this.
Maybe instead of that, hey guys, that's Logan's girlfriend, and he told me not to disrespect her a week prior to this press conference. Could we cool it for a sec? I feel like that's not a hard thing to do or say.
All right, Logan, if KSI did that, it would seem very disingenuous, you know, because he obviously encouraged it. So that's just kind of a moot point.
Fuck, man.
This video with Theodora has nothing to do with me.
If she made that video and you knew how she felt about the way females were treated, I feel like it almost makes it worse that you would continue to say these things.
I think that us girls need to kind of stand up for ourselves.
I'm gonna explore her pussy.
Ooh, the hole is getting deeper.
When I made that video with Casper, he and I knew that the comments I was making were a joke.
Oh.
I spoke with her and apologized, and it was all sorted back then.
Huh? Wait a second. Was it? Or did you just like tweet at her?
So if this was the only time he spoke to Casper's sister about this, he didn't apologize. Like, if this is an apology, that's the worst excuse of an apology ever. You just said, I never intended to upset you at all, after you straight up harassed her. All is not well after you just harass someone and that's your apology. Okay. And she didn't even accept the apology here. She just appreciated that you at least thought about her after you received a lot of backlash. And you didn't even apologize properly. Wow. Technically, all of this is just a massive ad to hype up the fight even more than what it is, but also to put KSI in the crosshairs of the internet. So I guess we'll just wait and see what KSI's real response will be. Will he apologize? Find out when the internet continues. But yeah, please let me know in the comments what you think KSI should say as a response. What do you think he should actually do here? Do you think he should just ignore this? Or do you think he should actually come with a comeback video? Or do you think he should take an L and apologize? The key to take from this is everyone makes mistakes. Some are big, some are small, but it's all about understanding your mistakes, then learning from them, which then helps you become a better person. Hopefully, Logan Paul is actually being real here and actually learning from his mistakes. Or he's just playing us all, we don't know. But with that, I want to mention a sponsor of my channel that I actually personally use, because people don't talk about mental health enough and how important it really is. Like, if you're going through anything or just need someone to talk to, someone to maybe help you find the joy in the things you do every day, or someone to maybe even give you that extra confidence boost, or help you understand yourself better, I recommend you trying out BetterHelp. It's definitely the most affordable online counseling and therapy that I know of, and all counselors are licensed accredited professionals. So you can give it a try at tryonlinetherapy.com/atozy. The link will be down in the description. You can go through a few quick questions and get matched with the best fitting counselor, and if you don't even like the counselor, you can switch at any time. Oh, and yes, it's a sponsored link, so you will be helping out my channel if you decide to give it a try. But this is definitely a service that has been needed, and I'm happy to promote a brand like this. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed the video, drop a like on it. If you're new here, I welcome you to my channel. It'd be awesome if you subscribed. And if you haven't hit that bell yet, make sure to do so. And finally, if you want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram, you can find me at @atozy on both of them. Links will be down in the description down below. But on that note, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Hey, oh, I've been up for like 2 hours. 2 hours. Yo, bitch came through, took a few showers. I don't bop, I just money dance, yeah. That wristwatch costs 100 grand. I don't know what you talking about. If you ain't out here, don't talk about me. Only person in this